What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing a little something different than the normal fishing videos you guys have been watching. Seeing that deer hunting season is about to open up, we're going to start a deer hunting segment. Well, just hunting in general, but mainly deer. But today we're here at this little piece of private land that we had to hunt. This land is actually Chris's dad's property, which we're waiting on Chris right now. He should be almost here. He's en route. We're actually not doing a whole lot out here this year. We usually put a food plot in, and we actually worked on opening up the food plot over the winter last year. But unfortunately, over the summer, the weeds took off on us. We didn't have a whole lot of time to get out here and maintain it. And next thing we knew, there were 6-foot weeds out there, and we just didn't have time to get out there and clean it out, clear it out. So this year, we're gonna take a little different approach. We're not gonna put any food plots in. We're not going to go out. We normally put, it's a 60-acre parcel here. We normally put 5 to 6 cameras out, just scatter them out. Sometimes maybe a little less, I guess sometimes 4, but anywhere from 4 to 6 cameras, depending on where we all put them. A lot of times we're on the food plot, whatnot. But so this year we're doing a little something different. We're actually going to go very, 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 very low impact, because this little piece is kind of suburbanized. So today, I think what we're going to do, we're just going right out here. We're actually going to give you some tips on putting a trail camera up. We're only going to put one on this property this year. Like I said, we're keeping it very, very low pressure. We're literally only going out putting this one camera, and we think we'll be able to get some action. We know the deer crossing there, and we think we should be able to give hopefully whatever's on the property, or majority of the deer on the property, to show their faces in front of this camera. We're actually going to put a little bit of the Anti-Logix bragging rights attracted out in front of it, just to help out a little bit. Other than that, we're not going to do much out here until we actually decide to hunt. And we'll probably wait until that weekend right before October 1st. That's when the season opens here in Illinois. We'll probably wait until that weekend before October 1st to come out and pull this camera. I'll probably just pull it out completely, take it home, go through it, see what we have. And if we have a shooter out here, we'll come out and hunt. If not, we'll probably just wait till the rut and then maybe come out and sit a few times. There will be bucks out here, that's for sure. Every year we have a few bucks out here. There's never really anything monstrous out here. I think the biggest deer we probably had on camera out here is 120, 130. Nothing huge, especially for Illinois. But like I said, it's pretty civilized out here. So we're gonna go out here. We're gonna show you guys some tips on putting up trail cameras, tips on keeping deer from noticing your camera, and stay tuned. All right, guys, so we made it out to what was supposed to be the plot. Finally showed up. But so as you can see, this is why we don't have a freaking food plot. It's kind of hard to deal with, and especially the time slot we had when we really realized what we had to work with. All right, guys, so the first tip is to obviously put the camera where you will actually have deer walking by it. You have to have the camera where the deer are going to be walking by, otherwise you're failing at the very beginning. But the second tip, and probably one of the most critical tips, is you have to have the camera out of the sight of the deer. If the deer walk by your camera and they look at your camera, well, you failed. And now they know your camera's there. They see something's weird, and most mature deer will most likely leave, and they probably won't return, or they'll skirt your camera. You don't want that. You're putting pressure on deer if they're seeing your camera. So one good tip that I've learned to get the camera out of the side of the deer is, first off, don't have it right in the side of the camera. So these deer, if they're walking that way, obviously I don't want my camera right in the direction they're walking from, either that way or that way, so they're not walking straight into it. But a good way to really make sure that camera is out of the deer's line of sight is to use one of your steps, or if you have a couple of screwing steps or just a ladder section, you just put that on the tree, and that you can climb up and get that camera up high and angle it down so where the deer can't see. This tree actually has a pretty good forward slant, so we kind of got lucky there. So I'm just gonna put this on. You don't gotta go super high. 10 feet at most. It just needs to be up out of the line of sight and pointing down on the deer. Yeah, you don't get as good video, you don't get those really good pictures, but would you rather have one good video and one good picture of the big buck that you're trying to kill, or would you rather kill it? a tree mount for your camera would be ideal, but if you don't have a tree mount, just break off some branches, whatever you need, appropriate size, stick them behind there and tighten them down on it. Alright guys, so now we put the camera up. You don't necessarily have to do this if you're in a good area of good deer traffic, which we're very confident deer will be moving through here. We've been hunting this property for a little while now. We know deer will move through here, and the signs are very clear that there are deer moving through here. But just to try to get them to stop here for a little bit, and just so we get good video and good pictures, we're going to go and throw out some of this Analogics bragging rights. Picked up the apple flavor just to try to get a good attractant to get them to stop here, so the camera can capture good video, good pictures, so we can see what deer's here and hopefully get a good inventory of what's here before opening day. And now guys, I wouldn't suggest relying on some kind of attractant to try to bring deer in front of a camera. You need to put the camera on a trail where the deer are already walking. The attractant is just to get them to stop, so you can get a good video or pictures if you're taking pictures of the deer, and hopefully you can get better inventory of what's walking the trail you're trying to take inventory on. And it don't have to be this, just whatever works. But, so the camera is about, what do you say, 10 yards?
Give or take, yeah.
So, it's not too far away. Right here in this intersection where they should be walking through, they funnel down into this open little path over here. And you guys can see the trails walking back there, so they kind of funnel here. It should be a good intersection to get them to stop, take a taste of this attractant here, and we should be able to get good video. Alright guys, so that pretty much wraps this video up. The only other thing that I can say is do not overpressure your cameras. Come in, get them done, leave, and do not come back every week to check them. I mean, at very most a week if you really need that MRI. If not, then, I mean, really a month. You should really try to leave your cameras out there for at least 3 or 4 weeks. Let them soak, you know, put good batteries in it, make sure you have a big enough memory card to be able to handle that. And just leave them out there, let them soak, minimize the pressure on the areas you're putting your cameras at. And really, you should really focus on minimizing. Do not go into bedding areas to put cameras up, because all you're going to do is you're going to bump deer out of your property and you're going to lose deer. And just do not do that. Put them on the outskirts on food plots if you have a food plot, or like right here. I mean, we're 300 yards at very most, probably not even, it's probably 200 yards to a big main driveway trail that we can walk back to the road, and it's very low pressure us coming in here right where we are right now. So minimize pressure, do not come in and check your cameras every week, leave them soak for at least 2 to 3 weeks, but really I recommend a month if you can. If it's right before the hunting season's opening, or if it's during season you just need that MRI, that's understandable, but try to do it maybe as you're coming in hunting different spots, so you're only putting pressure on that one particular moment. You're not coming in multiple times to check camera and leave and then come back in to hunt. Maybe just get it done in one pass. Just got key on minimizing pressure, and do not go into bedding areas and sanctuaries to try to get a good video of your big shooter buck, because all you're going to do is you're going to get good video and you're never going to shoot them because you probably just bumped them out. Well, anyway guys, that's all for this video. Be on the lookout for more hunting videos. We got a very late start, but we're starting it now. We're going to hit it hard. Hopefully put some big bucks on the ground on film for you guys this year. So just be on the lookout for those videos. So if you guys like this video and you guys like the tips on hanging up cameras, make sure you smash that like button, drop some comments, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. Guys, never stop chasing the biggins.